This is Morten from INKISH TV. I don't know if you've seen all the great films we already published on INKISH TV here from the open house at Bobst here in Alpharetta in Georgia. Now I'm talking to John. John?
Hey, good morning.
Great to see you.
Good to see you.
And you're from Canada, all the way to Georgia to see technology.
Yeah, well, it's the, I feel we've been with Bobst now with the Mouvent for over just about 2 years now. And they are the future, the way I see when it comes to digital printing. We were with Jetron prior to this, and when Bobst or Mouvent actually made their pitch to us, trusting the sales rep, the gentleman that came with Dean, he sold me my first Jetrons, always followed through on his word. And then with the key man Eric on the service, they were the same when they were over there. And so I thought, well, if they were that good there, they're going to be just as good here. Bobst is a world-recognized name of quality, and that. And I was a little concerned about Mouvent being an upstart company and just getting started until he said, no, it's backed by Bobst.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, well, then we know they got deep pockets and they're going to be able to hang in there.
So you have a Mouvent. This is the 701 or 702?
We have both.
You have both?
Yeah,
okay.
I just said to him that time, I said, well, I'll take a 701 and a 702.
Just to be sure.
Just to be sure.
Yeah.
Well, we wanted the 701 so we could run just straight for CMYK. And then we wanted the wider version so we could run our clear label. We do a lot of beer business for the microbreweries, and it's always clear printing on clear bops, which is a bit of an issue sometimes. We all know, we've been there. But at the same time, I wanted those abilities. And those are the two biggest machines they had at the time until they came out with this one. Now,
I was just thinking because just before the camera turned on, you forgot to say you were from PAL. Your company's called PAL.
Yeah, PAL Distributors. We're located in Winnipeg. We have also warehousing and distribution in Calgary and Toronto.
And you said that you have 3 business divisions. So one of them is obviously labels.
Our PAL Distributors is a multi-service company and then very diverse. We're big in the food industry. We sell metal detection, X-ray, non-contact marking, and labels.
Okay.
Because that's stretch wrap, shrinkable films, everything to that food industry. We're very big in that. We sell casings. We do specialized bags, vacuum equipment. So that's kind of our niche in that company. If we flip over the other side of it, we have 100,000 square feet under roof in Winnipeg, plus Toronto and Calgary over and above. But we also own Foam Pack. Foam is expanded polyethylene foam. It's used in flotation. It's used in underlayment for laminate floors. Concrete curing blankets is a big market. Layering apples is a big market. So we're big in that, and we compete with companies like Sealed Air and Pregis and that, which are very big and good companies. So that's another division. And then we have PAL Plastics, which is a cut and fab and CNC. So we'll do CNC plastic gears. We'll do nylons. We have a vinyl division where we'll do 3-ring binders for special setups and all that. We'll do all the insurance docket folders, so all that type of product. So we're a very diverse company. So labels is where we're looking for our future, for our biggest growth.
Yeah, because everybody that we've been talking here during the Bobst Open House has been like, labels seem to be a growth place, but it seems also to be a very profitable place, and maybe one of the few places where you also have more loyal customers than, for example, in commercial print, right?
Your customers become like family in some ways. As an example, we're going from here to Chicago. I have a customer in Chicago. So do you say, did you become friends in that? I built a relationship with him on our foam division for the last 17 years in Chicago. Every December, my partner and I, we fly down, we have a Christmas dinner with him and his family. Nice. And then she shops Michigan so she can spend money, and then we go home, right? And then, so now he had a serious car accident a couple years ago, and he left mentally incapacity, so he's under care now. So we saw him over the pandemic, we couldn't. So we saw him this summer. We were down at the Label Expo show.
Of course, yeah. We were there too. It was great.
Yeah, we were there.
I didn't see you there.
Yeah, we were there. Yeah, well, it was a big show though. A lot of people. Yeah, but we were there. Yeah. And then so we have a luncheon arranged for him this Saturday, and he passed on Monday. So we lost him. So instead of going to a Christmas luncheon, we're going to go to a service.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But everything happens for a reason. But that reinforces what you said. You build loyalty in customers and you build good friendships in customers. Yeah. And then in the label industry, is the same thing. Our biggest single customer happens to be a friend of mine who left one industry, went into another industry, and became in charge of that. And then all of a sudden, we got all that business. And that's the network about life too.
I have a question because when you are here and you also talk about that the future, and you're already a customer with Bobst. It's not because I don't want you to buy Bobst, don't get me wrong, but I'm just a little bit curious. When you look into investing, because they are profitable, but you still need to put some money on the table, right? I was just wondering what kind of requirements do you set before you even consider what machine to buy?
I'm a little bit left wing and off the wall, right wing and off the wall. I like it. It looks good. Buy it.
Okay, fantastic.
I trust my press foreman.
Yeah.
And
so basically, you of course talk to your staff and let them pretty much do the technical evaluation. And because, I mean, Jan and I have been traveling with Dean, visiting customers here in the US. And it was quite amazing because actually there was a guy in Seattle, he told us that I'm not buying from Bobst, I'm buying from Dean. So it's often a very much personal relationship when it comes to trusting the salesperson. And of course, also the support from having a large global company like Bobst.
When we were with Zycon, we were prior to Bobst, and they're a good company, I'm not going to say anything negative. But we did find, and then one of the reasons we were moving over is that we couldn't get the service we needed at the time.
And that is extremely important because, I mean, when you invest in a machine, it's not that it should just look pretty, it should make money too, right?
Yeah, it's not like we're going out and buying a $100,000 car. You're buying $1.5 million, $2 million piece of equipment, you want it to run.
Yeah.
And you need that service and that backup. Now, we've had to, like, being one of the first machines they sold, there was a few issues with it. That's fair.
As long as you know and expect it.
Yeah, that's right. They said it's new, it's startup and that. But I trusted Dean, the representative, and I trusted Eric, the serviceman. And I would not have bought Volbit if I hadn't known that Bobst was behind them. Because a brand new startup scares me a little bit. And then with some of the issues we had started up, then I said it was the right thing that was Bobst behind them because they never let us down. They had always tried to make sure it was right. And then there was some issues being an upstart, a new machine, but they never walked away. They never burnt. They still hung in there with scratching their heads sometimes too. That's new technology. But the thing is that we're doing very well now. And that's why we're down here looking at other equipment.
And when you look at it, I mean, I noticed I was sitting there and working, and I looked at the people here. Everybody seems very engaged and interested. I mean, how new is this technology, and what do you think of what you have seen today?
Like you can tell with a smile on my face. I just got to figure out how to make sure that I have enough money when I get back. But the thing is that I promised my press foreman one thing, my manager. I would not sign an order until he went to see it himself.
Okay, so you're basically laying the ground for him, and now he can go and see it. If it's 2 thumbs up, then you will buy it.
Yep.
Okay, and what is the turning point when you see a machine like this, and you obviously have experience in the market? Is it the hybrid solution? Is it the setup speed?
The quality. We have that like the 702, that one right there.
Yeah.
And the quality of our print is second to nobody's in the market anywhere.
Yeah.
And we have companies that have moved over from where they were to PAL based on quality only. A large oil company in Western Canada does a lot of contract oil. Their response to us on the first, when we did the samples over, from their president said, I have never seen my corporate colors ever look like they're supposed to be on a label. He said, you have the business.
Okay, that's not bad, right?
Yeah, that's not bad.
No, that's not bad.
So the machine sold, the quality sold that particular customer.
And here you get a machine that obviously have the same basic technology on the digital side, but now you combine it with all the flexibility of the flexo units, of the add-ons you can put on it, right?
Ours, we do a lot of beer business in the microbreweries, and that's all on white.
Yeah.
So our first go around with white has not been overly successful. We've had some issues, but that's all part of life. But now with this unit here, by being able to lay the flexo down first and then under your digital if you want, then that's the issue and solved all the problems that I've had in the last 2 years.
Which is also good because the flexo ink is considerably cheaper than the digital ink anyway.
Oh, so much less. Yeah. And I've got one job. I think I've got an order in now like for 7 million labels. And it's just one line all the way around the outside. That's flexo, that's not digital. So this machine would lend itself very well to this other market that we're running right now.
Fantastic. John, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.